Hey everybody, what's up? Thank you so much for joining us this week. It's Stephanie Gold. Thank you for joining us on the Tarot Solution Shy podcast. This is the third installment of a 3-part series with our special guest, Iya Baba No Ke. Hello, Iya. Thank you so much for joining us again this evening.
Hi, thank you for having me again.
Definitely. It's always a pleasure. So let's get right to it. We talked about brujeria, we talked about espiritismo, and we got into, contacting the dead. So today just wanted to talk about this thing. When we talk about contacting the dead, a lot of people mention this word portals. So what is a portal for the people out there? How would you explain it?
So a spiritual portal is it's actually any person, place, or object that acts as a channel for spiritual beings or spiritual energy to travel from their place of being to where we are.
Okay. So is our portals already opened? I mean, from your perspective, because the spiritual world has access to us, 24.
That's like a loaded question. So
sorry about that. That's what this podcast is for.
Awesome, right? Because it just adds to this discussion, right? So, I mean, there's, I think, lots of thoughts on that. But personally, the way I've been trained and my experiences is that we ourselves are portals. And I think that everybody has the gifts to be a medium. Now, whether we are open to it, or we have that gift, or we are trying to develop it, we ourselves can be portals. But portals can be mirrors. Portals can be doorways in your home. Portals can be rivers. Portals flowing like waterfalls. Anything that's a conduit of energy is a portal. And we are 80% water. Yeah. And so we are living, breathing portals. And so that's pretty much what a portal is, and where you can find them. Doorways are portals too, like in schools or in buildings, heavy buildings, hospitals that have many portals. There are portals in people's closets that I've seen and had to close. Doorways are literally doorways for other energies to come through. So closets are a big thing, doorways in a home, windowsills, energies can come through there off the street. I mean, it's yeah.
Okay, so do you always want to close them, or there is some instances where you could say, hey, I haven't had a bad experience and I want to keep it open?
So, portals. I personally, my quick story. I have portals in my home. I didn't know I had portals when I moved into this new apartment. So I had to close them because as a medium, I already have a portal in my altar, right? My spiritual altar where I invite spirit to the light. Right. So I'm very meticulous and very specific about who I'm inviting. But these portals that have already been established in my home before I got there, for whatever reason, the layout of my apartment, I had to close them. So I'm one to say close portals that are in your space that you've not opened, that you're not trying to open, that you're not trying to use. I mean, if it's not created by you, I would say seal it, because it's kind of a hallway for people to walk through. I'm actually working with somebody right now who lives in an apartment that used to be a hotel, and her baby, she hear and feel portals through the portals, hear everything all the time. So I would say close it if you can.
Okay, so what are the symptoms? What are the signs to look for that there's a portal? Another loaded question.
I think it differs for everybody, but you will feel different. You will feel energy. You may feel lightheaded. You may feel heavier. It just depends on the person and how they navigate spiritual energy. Okay. You may feel cold. You may feel chill. There's just so many things that you have to have a real good awareness of your body. And if it doesn't feel right, if you're standing in a certain spot, you'll know. Cold, heat, lightheadedness, heaviness, it just differs for everybody. But if you're in your home and you're feeling a kind of way, and it may be a portal. And things may be, think of a magnetic pull on your body. Those are some things that you might feel.
Okay, definitely. So speaking about that, about how portals, can affect us so much that are in our home, what are ways that people can start cleansing their home? Say, if they're tossing and turning, their sleep is, intermittent and broken, and they're having issues at home, like you said, feeling cold spots or hearing voices even, or or even an uneasy feeling. Like sometimes you just, feeling like they're always being watched. attached? What can they do that on their own? Like, where would they start?
So a couple things. Right now, don't bring mirrors from a secondhand to your home. If you do, if you feel inclined, because it's a really great antique or blah, 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 cleanse it, clear it, use sage, you smudge it. That's a Native American practice of using sage, the herb to smoke it out. Say say a prayer, words of light. Let's see what else. The other thing is, one really good thing is if you are sleeping and you have a dresser with a mirror that faces you, that mirror is really sucking up your energy. Really quick thing, cover that mirror at night. And try it. Anybody listening out there, if you have the dresser that's facing you and a mirror that's facing you when you wake up in the morning, cover that with a sheet. In the morning, you're going to feel different because that mirror is sucking up your energy. So that's like one basic thing to do. Other things is just cleanse your home, use sage, a prayer. There are a couple other things that we use, cascarilla, that's like a consecrated chalk that you can find at a local botanica, or I do sell it on Etsy, but that's not a plug, that's just letting you know.
Yes, we gotta drop the link down below. Definitely. She has everything you guys need.
Go to your local botanica, ask for cascarilla, ask for Florida water, and that's just kind of a cologne that we use in our espiritismo practice to cleanse and clear. Definitely sage as much as you can. And if you can't, and that continues, then you might need help from someone a little bit more advanced or more experienced. And that's where you would call on a priest or call on a babalao or a santero or a santera.
Okay.
Because not everything can be expelled with sage. So some of these spirits are really, really heavy, and sage is a temporary. It's like a Band-Aid. It's temporary.
Right. Sage is more, from my understanding, to kind of change the element in the room.
Yes. Yeah, and there's sweetgrass sage, and I forgot what the other third one that Native American folks use, but they all have different purposes, and that's for heavy spirits, heavy bigger portals. That's just a Band-Aid.
Okay, definitely. So, can you give like a little story time? What type of experience have you had in that regard, as far as having to close portals? Because I know that you work a lot. For those of you listening, Iya Baba No Ke is also an espiritista as well as a santera. So, a lot of her work consists of doing home cleansings, or before COVID, consists of doing home cleansings and limpias for people. So, quitando, spirits that are agitating them, or clearing that path for them. So what type of stories have you had, if you're able to share?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll expand on the one with the mother and the child. And so the child was being visited at night by spirits, and things were happening to this child. So the child was actually physically hurt by a spirit. It was assaulted. The child was actually physically assaulted in her sleep. And so we went in there, and we had to close the portals and just cover them up, change the energy. So there was lots of cleansing to be done. And actually, I also I don't necessarily work with angels, but when it comes to this kind of work, sometimes the angels call on me to be used, and so an angel needed to come in, so I called on St. Michael. We did St. Michael sigils through the portals in the room, and have water and candle and prayer. I've gone to a church where spirits were still there, spirits were coming through. There was a lot of abuse in that church, and so again, closing those portals, asking. St. Michael is one of the strongest angels to use that I use, because he's a slayer, right? And so he's big and he's powerful and he slays energies. He also blocks them, and so
protection.
Using a St. Michael sigil, St. Michael prayer, candle, and cascarilla, the consecrated chalk, to draw St. Michael's sigil over the portal are things that I do when I am closing portals and helping families.
What about after the espiritista leaves, or after you're done doing the cleansing? What are some things that people can use as talismans, to help clear out that energy and block the negative?
it's about maintenance. So I can come in and do the work, but then it's up to that person to maintain it. So once a week, clean the house. Try not to have piles, and try not to make, that's where negative energies kind of congregate, where it's not organized. So it's maintenance, so saging. And if you clean the walls and you clean the floors where I put that sigil down, do it again. There's also something called, oh my gosh, it's the blue indigo kind of balls or squares. What is it?
Anil?
Anil, the blue anil. Thank you. The word escaped me. Blue anil in a bowl of water at your doorway or at that portal will also help keep negative spirits away. Salt, a bowl of salt. And I know these things sound like, wives' tales, but they really are important in dispelling these negative energies. So blue anil at the door, throw it out once a week and use that. Salt in your doorway, throw it out. And these are just little things that you can do. Again, the cascarilla, very important to continue and draw that sigil over the place where I already said the prayers and drew the initial sigil using basically my ashe, right? Because my energy is going to be a little bit different than just other people's, just because of the ceremonies that I've underdone. That doesn't make me better or bigger. It just has shifted the way I'm able to work with spirit.
Right, right. Well, no, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're running out of time, but it's been such a pleasure to have you on these 3 weeks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
It's been awesome. I love sharing, and I always tell listeners, please reach out. I'm here.
Yes, definitely. You guys all of Iya Baba No Ke's links where you could check out Botanica Ashe. Everything is below in the post. So thank you guys so much, and please reach out, support, and yeah, she offers a whole lot for everybody out there seeking, also jewelry, everything. So thank you again so much for joining me.
Thank you. Blessings to everybody. Bendiciones.
Okay, thank you guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Ashe.